event that kinds of get us started on the L+EARN Biz financial literacy for young adults. It's here for us all. And of course, like I said, I am your host, Thobeka Poswa, connecting from Cape Town, but more beautiful, our beautiful continent and our lovely country. And then without any further ado, you've done you know where the buttons are, so we can keep going with that. And then really introduce who is in the room with us. And before we do that, you all on the WhatsApp group, right? Please make sure if you're having a problem, go into the WhatsApp group, comment, I'm having a problem connecting, I'm having a problem hearing anything. Guess what? Our superstar, our team will help you in the WhatsApp group. It's you, hey Rashida, thumbs up? Or it's Amanda? Yes, so Amanda will respond in that WhatsApp group and help you with any problem. Please, you're already in the WhatsApp group. Now, I would like to introduce our beautiful team that's here. So on that note, so while I'm being unspotlighted, I would like to take this opportunity to really welcome as we go on. And as I introduce you, please feel free to switch on your camera and be ready. So first of all, not to put Ruth too much on the spot, I know she's here. Ruth, please say hi to everyone. Hi, Ruth, how are you? Good to see you. Feel free to unmute. It will love you. You can't be hearing my voice only. People are going to have nightmares.
Hi, everyone. I'm also from cold Cape Town today.
Awesome. Thank you, Ruth. Welcome. Kuvi, hi, Kuvi, are you there? Just a quick hi. And then later, of course, this is us testing our sounds as well. And as we put the screen down so we can see each other clearly, Kuvi, that'll be great. So we can see your beautiful face.
I can't see myself, so
there
hopefully everybody can see. Okay, yes. Hi, everybody. This is really, really exciting. So welcome to the first induction webinar.
Thank you, Kuvi. And over to you, Ivor. Are you there? Lerato?
I am. I can't see myself, but good morning to everybody.
Good morning. You are looking wonderful.
Thank you.
Lerato, are you there? But we can see you. We can't hear you, Siswam. Feel free to unmute. I tell you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. I am glad that you're all here, and yeah, excited to journey with this group.
Great. And Sis Nomvuyo, are you there? Say hi. And then I'll jump over to Rashida. Well, Sis Nomvuyo, you want to say hi, Rashida, and then over to you, Amanda. And then, yeah.
Hi, everyone. So happy to be here. So excited to get to know you. The 15-minute calls I've been having with all of you was really not enough. So I'm so glad we're here at this point and getting this journey on the road. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And you, Amanda?
Hi, guys. Amanda here. I'm also looking forward to having more interactions with you all. It's wonderful getting to know you. You're an inspirational bunch.
Great. Thank you very much. I don't know if Sis Nomvuyo's here, but let me, she'll unmute. I'll see her video on, then I know she's here. Christoph, hi.
Yeah, hello, everyone. Chepo, you're my hero. Nkosinati, Toko, you guys got your videos on.
I know.
Thank you. If you can, please put videos on. We love to see you participating and be present here. Even if it's like online, it can be like real life too. But then we have our videos on as much as we can. Great to see the faces.
Yes, and the videos make such a difference, but I'll touch into that a little bit later. Is Marilyn here as well? You want to say hi, Marilyn?
Hi, everyone.
Zuleika?
Welcome to this journey and happy to be part of the team.
Great, thank you, Marilyn. And Zuleika, just so that everyone just kind of hears each other's voice and the team, and Tolo and Kia. Are you here? No. Okay. So on that note,
Kia and I in the same room. Great to join you, everyone.
Great. Oh, look at your beautiful faces. Thank you very much, Toko. there. And really, I'm so happy you're all switching on your video. So one thing I love, if you're able to, because of technology, your technology allows you to, please have your video off, because you know why? That is a cue for us also to see that, oh, something is landing, or, oh, wait, you know, that was interesting. And you see the thought process in a person's face. And that is really good for the presenter. Or if you have a question and you are like, thinking about it, I can say, oh, Tsepu, it looks like something is landing for you. Do you feel like sharing it in the chat? And that's okay. And sometimes you'll have questions that won't be able to be answered immediately, and be okay with that, because by the end, everything will be answered. The end meaning whenever that end of the program is. But really, without any further ado, what we'll be covering today, we'll have a lovely welcome from the Assisa Foundation, who will let us know what to expect as we go back to that screen. I know, Christoph, I'm taking too long. And then straight after that, we'll hear from our program, Sis Nomvuyo Bengani. She'll let us know more about the program. And then Christoph Oosthuizen will tell us more about the content. And around the coachings, Fiso Ndwandwe will talk to that. And then Amanda Solomon will give us some insight around the WhatsApp community and all the rewards that are there. And last but most important, Rashida Pandey, she'll give us some insights on how we'll be keeping track of everyone. So please be here and share if you have questions on anything. Put that in the chat if you need clarity, or put your hand up, but in the chat, and we'll try to answer it. Thank you very much, Christoph. And now, really, we would like to get us started around a couple of questions, right? So please, this is our first question to you. What do you say? What is financial well-being? What do you say is financial well-being? Is it about having a large savings account, an emergency fund? Is it about meeting financial obligations, feeling secure, and enjoying life? Is it about owning valuable assets like property and shares? Or is it earning a high salary with substantial income? So what is financial well-being? Please feel free to let us know in the chat. We encourage you all to answer these. Oh, my bad, not the chat, in the poll. So as you see, there's a poll that's popped up. Can you see it all? Those with your video, you can just do a thumbs up just to make sure that I see that, yes, Yabona Tsepo, you are my hero. Please, others, please thumbs up as well. Okay. And so just go through those questions and answer those. This is just kind of to get us started. It's a nice reflective question for yourself as well, to kind of think about this out loud in a space that is conducive for you to think is, what is financial well-being, right? So it gives you a time for that. And what do you think is, what is entrepreneurship? Here are our options. So this is the space for you to now not only have these conversations in your mind, but to answer them in front of us and hear what the ecosystem, what your colleagues are saying, because there's a good number of us in the space of 80. So please, we will encourage you all to just start responding. And we're having a good 19% of the room who've only responded so far. So I'm really pushing us to get 90%. Yabon. I would love for you all. If you're having a problem, just find the pop-up. It might be in the background somewhere on your screen. Let me know if you can find it. So we have about 30% who've responded to our questions on the poll. So I'm going to be quiet for a second while you're all going through that, because I feel like I've just gone through a train ride.
Sometimes when you're on your phone, Rebecca, you need to swipe to get to the right window on Zoom. So if you don't see the poll, it maybe you may have to just swipe to the poll window.
Okay, perfect. We're at about 50% so far who are engaging with the poll. So we're asking for another. Me, ideally, I would love 100%, to be honest with you, but I'll be okay with 90. Okay, so I mean, what I love about what is entrepreneurship, it's an act of starting and growing a business venture. it's working as an employee for a well-established company, investing money in stocks and other financial markets, or is it developing and maintaining a stable career path? So you're all stating what you think, what is entrepreneurship as per these questions. And then the last question is, what makes participation in an online learning program impactful? The number of participants attending the online session, the time zone which the program is hosting, the engagement and full participation in all the learning sessions and events, and lastly, use of video lectures rather than interactive elements. Okay, so we're sitting at 71. Are you all getting them? How's it going? It's it's nice to see where we're all at and how we're answering. Thank you, Chris. Much
You
better.
feel a bit
Okay, Lillian.
intimidated.
Yeah, and yeah, and the other
The
thing, I
spotlight
feel
on
like,
you.
yeah, and the things that now I'm seeing everyone. Now I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm with everyone. I can see, oh, Bongingosi there, you know, he has that, I'm in a call center vibe, professional, like I'm here.
We're going to be
You know,
using the poll in every of our workshops. So it's important that we get to know how to use it. So if someone is struggling, you can type in the text chat, I'm struggling with the poll and so on. And if you're struggling to vote today, we'll make sure that before our next session, you know, we can help you to understand exactly what to do. So we've got 56 responses at the moment, but maybe we
I'll
can
give
go.
it another minute. I'll give it another minute. And it's really also, yeah, so it's a nice way just to engage and share things. So please, I love polls. Because if you don't get involved, then there's certain things we might think, oh, we don't need to cover this or talk about this because the response is this. So it's also telling for us as the Assisa Foundation, who is, you know, hosting and running this program, and for EPI, who are the implementers, to know, okay, what's happening? What does the ecosystem look like? Because we don't know everything. We know everything from everyone engaging and letting us know. So we have a good 71% there, Marilyn. I'm picking on you.
For those that don't know, Mirren is the one that's making sure the impact that we achieve is on par. But don't stress if you battle to vote, because we can actually see who's been struggling to vote, and we'll be able to connect with you and make sure that you understand how to do so by the time that we meet next time.
Yeah. We're at 71%. Hey, Marilyn, what do you think? Just so that I hear your voice a little bit. I know I'm not supposed to pull you out there, but
I think we can proceed.
yeah, no, it's a good one. Okay, 74 is a good one. So how do our responses look like? This is great. So our first question is really the answer that took a lot, which is 50%, 56%. Can you all see the results? Perfect. Is meeting financial obligation, feeling secure, and enjoying life.
Okay.
And that is, by the way, that is the best answer you could give as well.
That's the best answer that everyone gave, yeah. 56% of you said that. And then what is entrepreneurship? 79% said it's the act of starting and growing a business venture. It's very interesting for me that 3% of developing and maintaining a stable career path. You know, that's there's 2 who said that, I'm sure. Feel free to share your thoughts on why you chose that in the chat. For me, that's interesting. And then lastly, what makes participation in an online learning program impactful? I see your hand, Ashton. Oh, okay. Is really about engagement and full participation in all the learning sessions and events. So that was the best one. There's a couple who felt it's about the attendance and about video lectures. All right. Any thoughts there, Christoph? I'm pulling you in.
No, I'm happy to have a conversation about these things. So in the future, we will ask these questions, you know, sort of, so it gives us a sense of where people are at and, you know, sort of what your priorities are. And you'll soon see that when we present later on the details of it. So I hope you've got your pen and paper ready, people, because there's a lot of information we're going to share, or your device of choice to take your notes on. I'm not sure. I mustn't assume that we use pen and paper anymore. Hey?
Say that again.
So some of us don't use paper anymore to take notes.
Yes. Yep. But anyways, people type on their notes on their laptops and phones as well. Anyway, thank you so much. And I think let's keep going. And I'm really excited to kind of get us started, and a nice welcome. I think I'll start welcoming Ms. Ruth Benjamin Swells as the Chief Executive Officer of the ASISA Foundation. And I'm pleased to hand over to her now to get us started. And over to you, Ms. Ruth.
Good morning, everybody. I'm sure I'm supposed to be greeting you in all 11 languages because I'm so excited that we have such an amazing range of participants on our program on this iteration. So I'm sure I only have a little time to speak, but I just want to, from a personal point of view, as the CEO of the ASISA Foundation, I want to formally welcome you to this program. It's a very short intervention, and you're here because you've already engaged with some of our activities. But I can promise you, having just attended the graduation of a previous program that we've just closed out on, it is truly a powerful intervention, and one that can change the trajectory of your life or help you to realize your dreams, but it will really be dependent on you and on your level of engagement and your willingness to commit to the guidance of the program. So just to tell you a little bit about the ASISA Foundation and what our objectives are, so that you can be confident that they are aligned with your objectives, or you can have the confidence that you should stay connected to this program for your own well-being. So the ASISA Foundation, first of all, is a not-for-profit organization. We were established by the Association for Savings and Investments in South Africa, and we were established in response to the need for us to work alongside of government to address national priorities. So, for instance, employment or unemployment is a huge priority that we face in our country, and we come up with strategies for how we can address these priorities in an effective and in an impactful way, one that reaches as far as possible to the extent that it can still be effective, but also one that is going to allow for a step change in people's behavior that will result in a change in their lives and in their well-being overall, and in specifically then in relation to their financial well-being. So the ASISA Foundation, its core mandate is actually to do financial education. But we have learned to do financial education in a vacuum doesn't make any sense. It needs to be linked to what is the burning platform, or what is the teachable moment for anybody to whom we are wanting to do the financial education, and it needs to be contextualized. So in this case, our L+EARN Biz is focused on young people like yourselves who have already taken a step on the journey to improving your own situation or your own well-being, and individuals like yourselves who have a vision and really want to take that next step. So if anything, this is one of the most powerful programs because we are tapping into people who already have an attitude of wanting to succeed. And all we are wanting to do is to provide you with skills and support that can enable you to take those next steps in a structured way that will speak to long-term sustainability. And it's my hope that what you learn from this program at this point in time of your lives will be useful for you, not only for your current context, but for the long term, for your future lives, and that the impact doesn't only impact you, but also on the world in which you find yourself. I mean, in the world in which you find yourself, the people whose lives you have influence over, and the people that you can influence and create opportunities for them too. You know, as we know, as we rise, we should take others with us as well. And in our country, we have so much opportunity for doing that. So in terms of confidence in our program, just so that you know that we have a track record in working with different groups of people, and we have a particular track record in combining powerful entrepreneurship development programs with financial education. In fact, I personally believe that one of the key drivers of successful entrepreneurship is having a strong financial capability. Any business needs to be able to manage its finances, but any business person, in order to achieve their strategy, needs to have a realistic view of what is required to enable you to get there. And invariably, finances are at the core of it. You know, you can dream as big as you want, but you're going to need the finances, and you're going to need to know how do you access those finances? What are the strategies to do that? How do you sell your business? How do you tell people about your business in such a way that they want to come on board to support you as well, whether it's finances or resources, equipment, whatever. So this program, it's an intensive one. At the core of it has to be the financial capability component. So I know some people, I had somebody tell me the other day, oh, when I think of finances, I get nervous, you know, because it's not straightforward. It is complex. But if you've chosen to be an entrepreneur, I can tell you now, your strength, your competence, your success will be integrally linked to your financial capability. So please, will you make an effort to, you know, make sure you understand the concepts that we are trying to teach you, not only about broad entrepreneurship, but particularly those financial capability skills. In fact, that's the most difficult one in terms of assessing, of imparting knowledge, but also more importantly than just, did you understand, you know, what did you understand now? What did you understand then? But it's your ability to apply it. And so one of the challenges of this program is going to be our ability to see the extent to which you apply what we're trying to teach you, whether it's finances or anything. But I'm so excited about the fact that we have collaborators in the room. As you saw the list of all the people who are busy collaborating in your interests. It's a wonderful, diverse group. It's a group of exceptionally experienced individuals in their different fields of expertise who have come together, facilitated by the Assisa Foundation and Ivor being the program manager, but genuinely in your interests. Your success is our success. If you don't stay on the program, it's a reflection of perhaps our program isn't engaging enough or isn't meeting your needs. If you are not doing well with the knowledge transfer, it's got to do with our ability to effectively educate you on concepts. And if you are not applying it, then actually maybe we're just wasting time, because we're giving you good thoughts and ideas about things, but we need to know that you're actually taking it further, applying it, and then we're super keen to understand what that impact is in your life as you're on the program, but even afterwards. So we stand for numerous elements. You know, we align ourselves, as I said, to national priorities. So obviously we want to acknowledge the step that you've already taken. So either you're an entrepreneur, either because you didn't want to go and work in a formal job environment, or because you needed to generate sustainable income. Either way, we want you to be successful at that. We want to teach you skills that enable you to be resilient, because, you know, today the economy is this way, tomorrow there's a war, the next day there's something else happening, there's politics, and all those things affect your ability to be resilient. And so elements of what we teach in this content will equip you to be resilient. So whether you stay in this business or start a new business, at the end of the day, we're wanting to teach resilience. We're wanting to teach you how to generate sustainable income for yourselves going forward. And we're wanting you to help address issues of unemployment in the country. For yourselves, generating income for yourself, but also by growing your businesses so that you can offer employment to other people and just help to grow the economy. And ultimately, this is all about you becoming involved in the formal economy of South Africa, being an active participant and being financially included. So we're wanting to help you to create wealth, to grow your wealth, and then to preserve your wealth. And all of that is implicit in the education, in this program that we are offering. So we stand firm on quality education. Everything has been aligned to some accredited program. We use quality facilitators who are trained and capable. And we also collaborate because there's so many different skills and expertise available. And as you can see, people are committed to you. So I want to welcome you to the journey. I'm really looking forward to hearing that you have not just enjoyed the opportunity, but you've grasped it and it's made a difference for you. I'm looking forward to hearing that you formed some partnerships, that the fact that you see others in the same environment that you are in, super keen, have visions that you'll really inspire each other to continue on your own journey and to achieve those goals and the successes that you set for yourselves. So everything of the best to you. Thank you for signing up. I really, really am excited to see all these amazing names, and I look forward to hearing from the teams and then hopefully at the end to hear from you how this program has actually impacted your lives. But please, your success is genuinely our success. So you can be assured that we are committed to you and to helping you to grow and for you to just achieve all those big goals that you've set for yourselves. Okay, all the best, guys.
Thank you so much. And we will give you a nice hand of applause or electronic love and hand of applause. Thank you so much, Ms. Wales. And on that note, any insights or thoughts, please feel free to put that in the chat. And I would like to now give an opportunity, wonderful, to introduce our next two presenters, who's also from the Asisa Foundation. And it is Ms. Kovi Mudli, who is the Chief Operating Officer of the Asisa Foundation. And as she's switching on her video, as well as Uaiva Msimang, and he's the Program Manager of the L+EARN #Biz 2024. Mudli, any thoughts, or is it perfect? Over to you, Ms. Kovi. And Ivor, you're both on mute. I don't know who's speaking first. I tell you, this technology. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. All right.
Wonderful.
So I think Ruth contextualized the program in terms of the Asisa Foundation sufficiently. I'm really, really excited to get started. I just wanted to welcome all the participants through, looking forward to following their journeys with interest and looking forward to their feedback as well, because remember, it's important. Your feedback enables us to help assist other entrepreneurs, other program participants, assist us to refine our programs, etc., and ensures that we're doing our work well. All right, so that's it from me. Ivor, over to you.
Thanks, Kovi. I guess you can all pick up the passion in the room, and I think you all are missing something. You know, when we start off at induction, a lot of people, I think it's the 4th time we're running this program, we start off with very empty looks in the room. What is this program about? When we get to the end, you see a complete turnaround, and I really look forward to that for you, because I can tell you a program like this is definitely going to change your lives. It's going to change the lives around you. And you're in good hands in terms of the facilitators that you've got and also the coaches. So for me, a big thank you for participating, and I'll be, following up in terms of the learning journey. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Ivan. Without any further ado, I will now hand over to Sisnomvuyo Bengane, who will tell us more about the program and what there is. And while that is handling, let's give a nice virtual hand of applause to Ms. Kuvi and Mr. Ivor's welcome to the session. Thank you very much, and to the program actually as a whole. Thank you very much. Again, I think let's give another hand of applause to the ASISA Foundation to really be contributing towards this work and being the active change makers and using their platform and for this to happen. Look at all those. Wonderful. Thank you all. Over to you, Sis Nomvuyo.
Thank you. Thank you, Tobeka. Hi, everyone. What an honor it is to be among entrepreneurs and those who are supporting entrepreneurs today. It really is exciting. I mean, to hear that your success is our success. What does it say to you? Your success is our success. You are a solution. That's how important you are today. You are a solution to South Africa's problem of unemployment. So you are very welcome in this program. And when we started, we asked you a question. And the question that we asked was, are you a motivated young township entrepreneur with a drive to succeed? We asked, are you willing to learn to improve your personal and business financial well-being? And you know what? You said yes. Out of the many thousands of people who applied, you said yes, loud enough for you to be in this program today. So what's in this program for you? What are we offering you? We see this program as Entrepreneurial Planning Institute. We see it as an opportunity for us to make impact. We are very grateful to ASISA Foundation for having given us this opportunity. But we see it as well as a powerful opportunity for you to unlock financial mastery, the financial mastery you need to turn your business into a thriving success. It is a powerful opportunity to you. We see your business as a seed. Previous slide, please. We see your business as a seed that is full of potential. As I already said, it is a solution to the unemployment crisis that we are facing in our country. And what we are here to do is to provide you with a nurturing learning environment. We are going to provide you with a rich soil that you need to make your dreams take root, to make your vision come alive. We know that with your passion, with your motivation, and with your hard work, those seeds will blossom into the sustainable, impactful enterprise that you want. We see it as an opportunity to cultivate something extraordinary, not just for you to cultivate something extraordinary, not just for yourself, as Ruth has already said, not just for yourself, but for your community and beyond, all those that you are impacting. It's a big opportunity. You are going to achieve, if you put in the time and the work, you are going to achieve improved financial literacy, and you will gain confidence. You know, Ruth mentioned the word confidence, I think 5 times. I think she mentioned it 5 times, if not more. And you know how you get confidence? How do you get confidence? You can only get confidence from applying. from implementing, from applying. So we want you to get confidence in managing your personal and business finances. She also mentioned the word resilience. We want you to be able to be resilient, to be able to to meet those challenges that you are going to come across in business head on. We want you to achieve the knowledge and skills that you need. The program, already you have been to some of the webinars, 2 webinars that we have done. You have already done my personal bees course. We know that it was not easy, but we also are very much aware of the excitement that you have. We see it in the community, the excitement and the passion that you have. So we offering this Inception event, this one, and basically it is for you to get to know what this program is about. We're going to have 8 online training workshops. We're going to have 3 peer learning forum events. We are going to have 1 in-person coaching session and 3 online coaching sessions. This is a blended program, fully blended, with engagement online and engagement in person. So this is actually, it is in our landing page, and it actually summarizes all that we have for you. The coaching sessions, the training, the 8 training sessions, and the 3 peer learning forums that we are going to offer you. So please add to your diary that as from today, every Wednesday, we have an appointment with you. In actual fact, let me rephrase this. Every Wednesday from 12 to 2, you have an appointment with yourself to learn about financial mastery for your education. We're going to have a closeout event on the 27th of November. So the diary is already online. So please, I'm not going to read it. So check it out on the landing page. It is available on the community group. And please, we've noticed that there is 1 or 2 people who are not yet in the WhatsApp community group. Please make sure that you are in that group, because you are going to get all the information that you need there, but you'll also be engaging with other entrepreneurs. Before I come here, I just want to make a point that you are here from different parts of South Africa. You are here with different life experiences. You are here with different educational experiences. You are not all the same. It is very important to know that, for you to know that, so that as you engage with the content, know that you guys are not all the same, but each and every one of you is very important. This is a safe environment where you participate from the fact that we value you, and what you are going to contribute in this journey is very valuable. It's a safe environment for you to learn. That is very important for me to emphasize. So here is a question that I would like you to ask yourself. Please ask yourself now. What will it take for you to benefit from this opportunity? This opportunity is big. There are many people who have made this opportunity available for you. What will it take for you? Okay, let's put it this way. What will it take, if you can just think and put your hand on your don't want to say shoulder. Put your hand here and ask yourself, what will it take for me to benefit most from this opportunity? What must I do to complete this program successfully? There are things that you are going to have to say no to. As you say yes to this, there are many things that you are going to say no to. What will it take? What are those things that you are going to have to say no to as you start this journey? It's a journey that into your future. It's a journey into the success of your business. What do you have to say no to? So we are going to send you a commitment letter, and please, it's in the form, it's a form. As you feel in that commitment letter, please think, don't take it lightly, commit yourself. And to commit yourself, you have to really plan and say, okay, for me to really engage and to find as maximum value from this project, this is what I will need to do, and be committed to what you intend to do. So we will send you the commitment letter. Actually, the commitment letter is already available on the landing page, and this is the link. Please, you can send the link on the chat, please. Okay, so please sign the commitment letter. You have to sign it before our next session. I think you have to sign it by Friday, this Friday. We have to receive it so that you can go into the start of your learning, okay? The next thing is an Inception questionnaire. Again, the beautiful thing about this program is that we want to measure impact. So the questionnaires that you are filling help us to see the difference that has made the difference. It helps us to see the movement, the shifts that you would have had from where you are onto the next level. So please fill in this questionnaire. It's very important for us to see where you have shifted from the first one to where we now are now, and there will be others as we go along to ensure that you are learning what you need to learn. So that's all from me. I wish you an exciting journey into L+EARN #Bees 2024.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sis Nomvuyo. And I'm going to ask you all an odd question as before I let Christoph go on. As we do our electronic thank yous, our claps, but also just to put in the chat, just type in there quickly what your favorite flower is. I'll come back to why I asked you that question. Just type in there your favorite flower or plant, anything that's in the garden. Put it in the chat what your favorite thing is. And then I will circle back to why I asked that question. And while that is happening, and you all, thank you, Sis Nomvuyo, I'll hand over to you, Christoph, and we'll go on. Over to you, Christoph. Thank you.
Now you've got us all intrigued, wondering what about flowers or what about plants?
Anything, flower, whatever is in the garden that's your favorite, put it in there. Over to you, Chris.
This is the time for the lilies. So I see there are a few lilies coming. But in any case, let's hold that thought for a moment. Welcome, everyone. I'm really excited. I must say, you don't know how long it's taken us to get here between Entrepreneurial Planning Institute, the CISA, and the DNA M&E team. You know, sort of lots of sweat, lots of hard work. Some of it you've seen because we've connected with you in the application process. If you think back, you know, sort of from that time when you applied, then later on filling out some forms, and then it was, for some of us, there were site visits and others had phone verifications and so on more recently. And here we're ready to run, you know, sort of. So the race is starting now for us. All of that has been preparation. Now I'm really looking forward to my job here is to be the training manager, to make sure that we cover what we need to cover. So let me share with you what it is that we're setting out to do. And then we can take it from there. And just get to the right slide.
The multitasking is getting you, hey, Chris?
Oops, wrong screen.
Yeah, that's what happens. You see, I should do that for you next time.
Yeah, no, we should be able to multitask, but yeah, ladies are better than gents in doing that. So, but in any case, we've communicated this with you already when we described what we're going to cover in the program. So perhaps this is some of the things that you are attracted to in this program. In the 8 workshops, the online workshops that we're going to have, we're going to cover these topics, starting with your financial goals and your healthy mindset, going on to talking about you as an entrepreneur and unleashing that power that you have in you, understanding how you can use a business model and setting of goals so that you can achieve those goals. Costing and pricing and record keeping are things that we will cover, not for the sake of complying to the laws of the country, but for the sake of building good, solid, profitable businesses, you know, sort of. So, and then also in terms of compliance and creating a business structure that will last going into the future. And then lastly, you know, sort of, we as entrepreneurs, and I'll count everyone in the room here as entrepreneurial, you know, sort of, some of us may run different sizes of businesses, you know, sort of, but we all in the space of convincing other people about what the value is we create. So that 8th theme is also there for us to increase our skills to do so. I'm really looking forward to this process with you. There are some things that we need to note in this to optimize your learning. And the one is that there's a workbook that we're going to be circulating to you on Friday via the WhatsApp group. You'll see in the WhatsApp community, there are different groups. We'll talk about that just now. One of them will be publishing content for you. So it won't get lost in all the discussions and so on. The content will sit there nicely together. This workbook is a key resource for you. So when we send it to you, you can start read through it, peruse it. You'll see that the themes that we're going to cover in the 8 workshops are aligned to the content of the workbook. And then you'll also, after each of the workshops, you will be having an assignment, but I'll come to that just now. So breakaway discussions, we're going to have one a bit later on to test, to see. We're going to discuss some things too, and you're going to connect with other entrepreneurs and so on. This is really important too, that we make most use of those breakaway discussions. So not to try to hide away, you know, sort of, but participate in those discussions and bring the learning points from those discussions into real life. It's actually magical. If you haven't been on a Zoom breakaway, it's like we're sitting here, 90 of us in the room, and with a press of a button, quick, we go into little rooms, 5 in a room, and we can have the breakaway discussion there on a specific theme. And as we've noted when we started, you know, sort of, you are the people in the room that are the most important. Your perspective is the starting point of discussions. This program is not to come and preach you. You can go and watch YouTube videos if you want to get preached to. To take part in this program, you will have to show up, including in places like those breakaway groups. Quizzes we spoke about, and then we're going to use case studies. If possible, we'll use some of you guys as case studies. You know, sort of, if we see there's something that you're succeeding in, that you're doing great, that we're covering in the program, we're going to bring you in as a case study and have a discussion with you. Otherwise, there's some other case studies that we can use too. And then I spoke about the assignments. This is very important. Rashida will a bit later on explain to you how you're going to be submitting your assignments. but you've got a week after each of the workshops to submit your assignment. It's not going to be a massive job, but you'll have to apply the stuff that we've done in the workshop to be able to complete the assignment. And there's a little process that you can follow. You can use your phone, take a photograph of what you worked on and submit that to us. It's also the start of a discussion with your coach, so those things that you do in your assignment, you will be applying to yourself, and you can discuss that then also with your coach. So the assignments is also then a starting point for your discussion with your coach. And apart from the training workshops, the 8 workshops that we'll have, the online workshops that we'll have, we'll also have 3 peer learning forums. You'll see there, if you go to the program page, the web page, with the dates of those. Those 3 learning forums are going to be online for everyone, except each of the times that we have a learning forum, one province, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and KwaZulu-Natal, is going to actually have an in-person forum. If you're from another province, you'll come to the online ones all the time. If you are from one of those provinces, you'll have the opportunity to attend an in-person event at least once in sort of one of these peer forums. Great, that is it. I'm not sure if Sifiso had an issue in joining us. I'm not sure if he's here with us already. But otherwise, Nomvuyo, would you like to talk about the coaching side of things? I mentioned that, your assignments and so on, you can take into the coaching, but what is the coaching about?
Yeah, thank you so much, Christoph. Yes, what is coaching? Because sometimes there's so much about coaching. What is it? So coaching is guiding you as an individual to set and achieve personal or business goals. And the word that I want to underline is guide. It's guiding you. It is providing support and encouragement to help you unlock your potential. It is facilitating self-discovery and helping you find your own solutions. That's why it's a guide. It's not a person who will do things for you. It is a person who will guide you as you do things for yourself. It is empowering you to take action and be accountable for your progress. Coaching helps you tap into the power within yourself so that you can do the work that you need to do to get to the goals that you have set for yourself. What it is not giving direct advice or telling you what to do. It is focusing on your expertise. It is not focusing on the coach's expertise. It is focusing on your needs. What do you need to get to your next level? What do you need to achieve your goals? That is what the focus is. It is not solving problems on your behalf. Those you have to solve for yourself, but it is guiding you as you solve your problems. It is not therapy or addressing deep psychological issues. There are times when a coach will help you to deal with emotional things, but it depends because it is not therapy. It can never even claim to replace therapy. So what you need coaching for here, you need coaching to apply the workshop content to your business context. Wow, this rhymes so nicely. Coaching to apply the workshop content to your business context. So the things that you would have learned in your workshops, then you take them to your coach so that you can understand them further. It is learning new financial literacy mechanisms for your well-being. I want to also add that it is, remember, this program is about implementation. It is about learning new behaviors, new financial behaviors. So the coach is there to help you apply those behaviors so that they become embedded in how you operate your business. So that's the long-term view that we want to give you. So for you to get the most out of coaching, this is so very important. Before you go to each session, be ready. Be ready with your questions. Be ready with what you want to be coached about, because the coach actually is going to ask you, what do you need to learn today? What do you need to discuss today? So the ball will always be in your court. You have someone who's going to support you in your journey. Bring completed assignments and workbooks. Be clear in your communication about your challenges and victories. Oh, this is so important. Victories are there to help build your confidence. Victories are there to help you pet yourself, to build up this emotional strength. So be clear of what you have achieved, but also be clear of what is still challenging you so that your coach can help you deal with that. Be on time. And in fact, be early. Be on time, in fact, be early. Early and ready. Thank you. Thanks, Christoph. Oh, I thought we'd done.
Not yet.
To get the most out of coaching, you will get an email to introduce you to your matched coach. As it has already been said, all the people that are in this program are well qualified. So your coach is well qualified. Your first session is going to be in person. Some of you are lucky who have done site visits. Your coach, you'll be seeing your coach for the second time. Sessions 2 to 4 are online. And make sure that your device is charged, that you have data available before the coaching session, and make sure that you are in a space that is conducive for coaching. And when you are done with coaching, please, 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 there is a tracker that we have, and that tracker is just confirmation that you've had your coaching session. We are going to be looking at those to verify that you've had your coaching session. It's just a small tool. Put in your name and number and say, yes, I've been coached on this day. Righty, thank you.
Great, thank you very much. And before I get Amanda to come on, I hope that's okay, to kind of just give context around these last 3 points that were shared a little bit around showing up, around who we are as individuals, is remember, you all shared what your favorite plant is. So imagine if a protea was like, I want to be a protea, I want to be a rose. Oh, no, I don't want to be a rose. I think it's better to be a sunflower. Oh, no. I think actually I don't want to be a sunflower. I want to be a lily. Can you imagine if these flowers did that? You wouldn't love the flower you love. And yet, as individuals, Utobega wants to be Rashida. Rashida wants to be, hey, I want the life like una lady. How does that fit? Because each of these flowers, there's something that you love about it, and its conditions need to be created. And the coaching of it is that for that rose to rose, and for that sunflower to sunflower, for that protea to protea, for that palmex to palmex, it needs to be worked. And that is when you work it, when you work with the hand and you're doing that garden, that's what the coaches are doing. So don't want to be something that you're not, because you're not that. And you're depriving this beautiful garden of your beauty. If you then are going to try to be a speckworm, meanwhile, you're Strelitzia. No, folks. Don't work like that. So show up. Because all we're doing here is creating the conditions. So the conditions of a sunflower is very different to the conditions of a what? A rose. But however, we will create the garden and the soil. And the soil is there, the water's there, the sun is there, whatever that's needed, and these things are just going to complement each other. And I think as people, as Africans, as South Africa, that we need to really see what we're worth and not want to be someone else. Instead, let the other person encourage you versus you use it as a tool of jealousy. Anyway, that's my little spiel on that. And that is why I was asking you to put the plant you like. And always remember that. Don't want to be someone else, because then you're depriving us of what you are bringing to the world. Thank you very much, Amanda. Over to you.
That was amazing. Such valuable input. Thank you, Tobeka, for that.
Thank you.
So, hi, everyone. So today is actually World Entrepreneur Day. So we're all celebrating ourselves today because we're all entrepreneurs. So it's a lovely day to kickstart the program. So we're going to talk quickly about our WhatsApp community, which we've all been involved in. And remember, it's important to join all the groups in the community. And we'll go through that now quickly. Okay, so the open forum, and this is the group we've all been chatting in, and we can share our thoughts and our motivations with one another. And it's the way you keep me on my toes as well. As Christoph mentioned, there's an assignments and content group. And this is where only admin can post, and we'll be putting in your assignments and your content, so you'll have easy access to that. Then there's the marketplace, and this is where you can market your business to others. So it's a place for you to support each other, to share what you do. And remember, you're all entrepreneurs, so you might find people you can collaborate with within that space, and opportunities to support each other within your businesses. So take heed of what others are posting and see if there's ways that you can uplift each other and help each other out through the marketplace. The announcement group, as you may have noticed, this is where admin will be sharing important information such as links and deadlines and updates. And I think you've all already had engagement with that, but only admin can post in that group. And then the helpline, which is where you can ask questions about the program, and we are here to help. So try and make an effort as soon as possible to go and make sure you are in each of these groups. Otherwise, you might miss valuable information about the program. The community guidelines. So I must just remind everyone that admin is available Monday to Friday from 9 to 5. So don't expect an answer outside of those times, although one of us might be available to do this. Sometimes we may be online. So remember, patience is key, because I know with, is it Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials, everyone's so used to having quick answers on their WhatsApps and instant engagement. So patience is key in these areas, because we're all entrepreneurs and we're all working. So the guidelines for the WhatsApp community is, as is on the screen, only active program participants are allowed. So you guys that are here are all in the program. You're all in the WhatsApp group. Please remember to be respectful and supportive to all members. And I must say that having seen the communication that's going on within the open forum, there's a lot of respect and support going on. And I find it very, I find it amazing that you guys are just looking after each other so nicely already. And we're only at the beginning. We're only starting today. So you've already proved your respect and support with one another. Try keep your posts relevant to the program. And no spamming, guys, or self-promotion, please. No one likes spamming. As I mentioned before, you share your opportunities in the open marketplace, check the announcements regularly for updates, view all your materials in the assignments and content group, ask for the program team to help you in the helpline, take part in the conversations in the open forum. It's important to participate and get to know each other really well, because these are the people you're going to be working with and spending time with for the duration of the program. And as I mentioned earlier, please be patient while waiting for us to respond. And now we get to the BusyBucks rewards. So there is participation rewards that we will be monitoring. So everyone's going to be allocated a virtual wallet, which you won't have access to. And as you go forward in the program, as you submit an assignment, attend a coaching session, attend a workshop, a peer learning forum, and submit your participant feedback forms, we will put 10 BusyBucks into your wallet. And at the end of the program, you will, the participants with the most activity will receive their wallet of BusyBucks. So keep your engagement well. BusyBucks are data. So you'll also be getting data before each event, as you did today. This is where it is so important to put your correct cell number into the data form. This is very important because I've already been communicating with people outside of this Zoom call who didn't update their data or who mistakenly typed in the wrong number. We can't know that this is what's going on. So please ensure when you type that you type slowly, carefully, and that you're putting in your correct number, and then we can send you the data before each program event starts. And that's it for me. And I'm so looking forward to getting to know you all better and watching you grow.
Great. Thank you so much, Amanda. So there you go. You're getting some nice stuff there as long as you make sure you attend, you participate, you do your assignments. Amazing that you're getting such great, what's the English word? I've run out of data. What? Yeah, you know, never man. Rashida, over to you. Incentives, that's the English.
Thank you, Tobeka. Yes, okay. So again, just thank you so much, everyone, for making this possible. Yeah, I'm so fortunate to be in the position to be able to coordinate this program for all of us. So between myself and Amanda, I think, it's been quite a tough past month, trying to get all 84 of you in the room. Wow, I can't believe we are here. Just a big round of applause to you for just making it this far. Okay, so now I'm going to cover some of the bits that's also very important in terms of technical aspects to ensure that, you know exactly what's expected of you, you know where to go, and of course, you know what reports and sort of assignments, etc. is required. So to kick us off with regards to Zoom, right? You will be able to access your diary via the program page, which the link has been shared now by Christoph. Thank you. You have the WhatsApp community. I see that in the chat, some of you have asked me, why can't I get access? That's because some of the groups you do require approval, especially those which says coaches or core team. That is for our team. But the other groups as well is only actually going active today, because you remember that yesterday, in fact, we only finally approved everyone. So we needed to make sure that we've got our participants that's going to continue in the community, and now we'll start approving your request to join the group. So the groups that's relevant for you, please do send in your requests. We will approve them during the course of the day. Okay, and then regarding the Zoom event that you just joined, we'll always be using the same event, same meeting ID, same password. We'll post that to you day before as well as the day on, just to remind you, just to keep it, in most recent chats. And then also you will be shared via your emails, your calendar. Sorry, not your calendar, but rather your invites, your event invite. So that will be scheduled for you as well. And you'll get reminders a day before and also an hour before. So there's enough to remind you and to make sure that you have the links that you need to join the events. Okay, and then regarding data, I'm so glad you touched on this, Amanda. Today was the first time we actually had done it, and I was actually quite pleased that we got most of you loaded. In fact, there was a couple of errors, and I'll maybe quickly touch on that. So in the beginning of the program, when we asked you for your data number, it needed to be either a Cell C, a Telkom, a Vodacom, or an MTN number. The reason for that is our service provider does not work with like your, I'm trying to think of a better word, but let's say a piggyback network, like, FNB SIM, or, sometimes your banks give you SIM cards that use other cell phone networks. But so those types of SIM cards won't load data. So make sure that you are on this particular network and that you've updated your phone number at least 3 hours before the session, because 2 hours before the session is when ideally I would like to start loading your data. For those of you who have challenges, I will get to them. Again, it's the first time I've done it today. So whoever is having challenges or haven't received the data, please do drop me a message to say I haven't received it. And then I will sort of work out what's happening there so that we don't have this similar issue next time when we need to join. Again, update your number at least, in fact, I would say the day before the session, because that eliminates all sort of challenges we may then experience. But the data will only be loaded about 2 hours before. Okay. Then regarding Zoom, so when you log in on Zoom via the link that we share in the group and that you have in your calendar, make sure that you arrive 10 minutes earlier. And Tobeka, you always remind us that sometimes Zoom has an update, so it may take 2 to 3 minutes just to update the app. So that's why we encourage you, start logging in at 10 minutes early already. Make sure you keep your video on, because what we want to do is, we know that this is an online platform, and it's a new space for a lot of people to be doing programs in this way. But what we don't want to do is not be engaged and not see you and get to know you, and get to know your expressions. And if you don't like something we want to say, we want to see the frowns on your face. And if you like the things you want to say, we say, and there's light bulbs going off, we want to be able to see that. So please do keep your video on for that. After every workshop that we'll do on a Wednesday, that you now know on Wednesdays, you will have quizzes which you'll need to complete, much like the poll we did this morning. So we'll usually do one at the start, just before we start our workshop, and at the end, just to sort of look at where you're at, has the workshop been sort of landed with you, etc. And that's really to make sure that we keep the content relevant. And of course, part of the workshops will also get you as participants to join breakout groups and sort of discuss with each other what the content is about. It's usually reflective. It's usually about a specific case study. It's usually to make sure that you can actually practically apply what the facilitator has shared with you into a case study, and then, of course, beyond that, into your own business. And if any challenges arise, we've got the helpline. So yes, you can use the groups as much as you want. But the reason why we split the groups up, especially the open forum one, is often you'll find some of you will open your phone and you see 200 messages in one group. So why we streamline it in this way is that we keep what's relevant per group. So assignments will only be assignments. Helpline will only be either technical issues, challenges with maybe your data, challenges with uploading your assignments. Maybe you have you can't make it today, etc. Those kinds of things. But I ask that you keep those comments there, because if you do post it in other groups, we may not be able to track it, or it may get lost in hundreds of messages. So that's why we encourage that forum. Right, now comes to assignments. So with regards to emailing and the submitting of assignments, Emails will we don't really engage that much in terms of email because we've realized and learned that, it's easier, it's quicker and much more accessible via WhatsApp. But there may be instances where our program leads may want to reach out to you directly. So email queries will come from learnbiz@theepi.org. And you can also, if you needed to email us, you could also use that email as well. Then for, like it says over here, quick replies, use the WhatsApp helpline because that usually gets attended to before emails. Then regarding email, so when an email, right, for you in this program, your email is your identification. If you're changing emails, it could end up meaning that we won't be able to see your attendance, or we may not be able to pick up your assignments or things that you've done during the course of the program is inconsistent. Or maybe when you join your Zoom, you've used a different email address that you use in the beginning. So I want to really emphasize the fact that you need to use the same email address across the program, across the platform, as well as your name that you use when you applied. Yeah, again, our leads, our program leads, or our managers will reach out to you directly by email if needed. Mostly we'll use WhatsApp, but sometimes you may get formal communication, and which will also alert you via WhatsApp too. Right, then assignment submissions. An assignment submission will be conducted in the following way. So we'll have a form, which we'll then share with you once we've given you the assignment. With your assignment, there'll be a link shared in the group where you will upload your assignment. It's a Google form. You'll put, I think, your couple of things like your name, etc., maybe 4 to 5 questions. And then there'll be a section where you have to upload the file, which is your assignment. So that's how assignments will work. Again, these links will be shared throughout and also will be shared via the assignments group. I'm not sure if we're taking questions now, Christoph, or we want to keep it till the end. I see someone hand was up. Okay, no, it's fine. All right, then attendance tracking, very important for attendance tracking. You have to make sure that you meet a minimum of 75% attendance for all sessions, coaching, etc. And how we'll track this is through the attendance tracker. So for online events, of course, when you're doing your registration on Zoom, you'll put in the email address that you are always using, your ID in this case. And then for your coaching sessions, your coach will issue you, as well as us, will issue you with a link where you will maybe about 4 to 5 questions as well, with basically your name, your surname, the time the session has happened, which you have to submit during the session. It shouldn't take more than 2 minutes to do, but it's really to make sure that you confirm that your session has occurred and that your coach ensures that you complete that during the session. Yeah, and that's how we'll be tracking attendance on events as well as your coaching. And then regarding, oh, sorry, I missed the point there, but anyway, we can move on. So feedback. So during the program, I spoke to a few, for those of you who I've spoken to, and for those who I haven't, we are using cycles for this program. As you know, the program is quite short, it's quite intense, like Ruth has stated earlier. We have 3-week cycles. So after every 3 weeks, we will ask you to complete a participant feedback form. And it's really for us to see how you are doing. How is the content been relevant? What do we need to maybe improve? What do we need to align better? Some feedback about your coaching, etc. So it's your form. It's the form you will use to communicate with us as the team directly. Whether you have good feedback or feedback for improvement, please share that with us so that we can make sure that whatever remains during the course of the program, we will adapt and align accordingly. As well. So that will be launched about every 3 weeks or so. So yeah, just to wrap up, the most important is same name, same email address. That really, it's your ID, and I think I'll even add your phone number, your data number, email address, name, and your data updating the number where your data needs to be loaded to, must be done. And then attend the events to get the busy bucks. As you know, busy bucks gets awarded at the end of the program. Then, of course, your assignments. So you will have 1 week to do assignments, followed by each workshop, which you will use the assignment submitter form, which will be shared to you as well in the group. Make sure you submit the session tracker form at the end of each coaching session. And of course, after every cycle, you will complete your participant feedback form as well. And again, if anything comes up, you have any challenges or any want to reach out to any one of us, by all means, use the WhatsApp helpline or email us if that's better for you, learnbiz@the-epi.org. So the first thing you have to do now for us today, make sure you go to the program page so that you can start diarising your dates. Then make sure that you save the link to join. It will be the same link as Christoph just shared with us in the chat. And then make sure your number to load your data is also up to date by using the link that Christoph has also just shared now as well. Again, we know that, you know, with the start of everything, there may be some tech issues, but I'm happy to hear your challenges and see how we can fix that as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I'll hand back over to you now, Tobeka.
Thank you, Rashida. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a lot of information.
This call will be recorded, don't worry.
Say that again. Say that again.
I said this session will be recorded for everybody. In fact, we're not saying that you can attend the recording. In fact, we'll track your attendance every Wednesday by your presence being here. The recording will, however, be made available for those who we can clearly see, have had issues by logging in 10 times, etc. So we'll be able to see that you've had issues, right? And those of you, of course, you then may be able to make use of those recordings. And even if you were wanting to catch up and you've been here, those recordings may also be helpful in that instance. So just to assure you on that as well.
Great, thanks. So what you're saying there, Rush, before you go off, it's really the recordings there as a supplementary to hearing more. You're there and then something very urgent, super urgent happens and you were around, great. And if you come later and we see, okay, you've missed half, but you attended the other half and you were involved.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. And
100%.
also with network problems, who's in the background, Zoom picks up, right? That,
Yes.
oh, Tobeka has been having problems, but she doesn't give up after 2 tries. Because
Yeah.
there's something, not as if we don't know what resilience is already in our day-to-day lives. I think it's just now honing in on resilience, not just in one aspect of our lives that we've been doing, but it becomes something that it crosses every aspect of who we are, our businesses, in our work.
One more
And
thing.
just taking ownership. Perfect, Rush, go ahead.
As you're speaking, it's coming, and I think it's important because I've
Yes.
seen this in other programs.
Yeah.
We are also able to see how long you attend the session. Okay,
Yeah.
so make sure that you attend for the full session, okay, because that also counts towards your attendance. Again, 75% attendance is what's needed, so you get access to all the rewards that may be coming your way towards the end of the program.
Great, thank you. Tabo there is smiling. What's he laughing about? I don't know if he's smiling at us or something else in the background. Utiniput. Do you want to unmute there? I just share, maybe there's some thought process. It's really around us encouraging. I've done a lot of work, not just in South Africa, but we have all, and I mean, Christoph and I talk about this, and you see our other African brothers and sisters logging on. Hey, this person give you up, Mara. How kunini, in, out, in, out, in, out. And you see, people are having data problems, but they keep showing up and keep trying and they don't want to give up. And I think it's that thing with, Nans, the learning has been given, the opportunity has been given. Now it is me, Ngoku. I need to be there. I fige and do my thing and show up, because where else can you have this? And I think we just need to push this as people of this beloved country of ours. We all have stories here. We're all entrepreneurs. The finances Ruth was talking about earlier on, sometimes you think it's not important. It's important. It catches up with you. And you're like, now I have to go back and look at your numbers and figure out, how do you save, little by little, because something could happen, What you thinking, Chris? Go ahead.
For the rest of us, I've worked with Tobeka and Nomvuyo and Rashida and Amanda. I must just tell you, you guys aren't going to rest, eh? It's going to be hard work.
You make it seem like it's we're not used to hard work.
But it's not excessive, you know, sort of. It's clearly the program is designed for us to be able to run our businesses and then plug into the program and have the right amount of time and energy to spend on that. But it does take some commitment. And as Nomvuyo, do you want to repeat? I think this is quite important for this week. You know, by Friday we need to have these two things done. Why is the commitment letter and the Inception questionnaire so important for us? I think we must just maybe highlight that quickly as well, because by Friday you should have completed both of those.
Yeah, okay. I was actually generous, to say by Friday. No, it's today, commitment letter. And again, it's commitment. Yes, we just want the letter, but it's actually commitment to yourself. Yeah. It is commitment to yourself. Hi, Tebogo, I'm seeing you. So you are committing to yourself. You are committing yourself to the journey of entrepreneurship. You are committing yourself to success. You are committing yourself to growth. You are committing yourself to creating jobs that are sustainable for many people. It is a huge commitment. But know that we are here to make sure to make it easy for you. So please do commit today.
Great, thank you. Anything else before we do our next little session? To kind of, so we're about to have another experience around Zoom. So while Christoph is going, so what's going to happen, you're going to be in groups, and here, listen out carefully and just remind each other in the groups as well. If someone just remembers some part of the instructions, someone else will hear the others. But we'll also put the question in the chat and everything, because when you go into the breakout room, the chat will follow you into the breakout room. So what we're going to invite you to do now is go into a breakout room, and we have a question that we want you to explore. You'll be 5 in a room, you have 15 minutes, okay? Which means more or less each person has something around 3 minutes to talk. And I do this because we need to remember, we share the airtime, ne? We don't take up all the space. We let someone else talk. Usanele will talk, and then say, okay, it's up to you, Yonela, and Yonela will talk, and then Yonela will give over to Tebo and not take up all the airtime. So there's a question you're going to answer, and then do me a favor, when you answer it, write down the notes in the chat. Yabon. So write them in the chat and press enter. Because what's going to happen when you press enter, don't just write the chat and not enter. Press enter in the Zoom chat, okay? So that when you come back to the main room, that chat, all those notes you picked up in that conversation will follow you, right, into the main room. Just like WhatsApp, if you join a WhatsApp group late, you don't see the previous messages, right? So then what will happen is that the people who were there before will then copy the message and paste it. So when you the same way, when you come into the main room, just copy the message, the points that you took from your breakout room, and paste it again in the main chat. Okay, but maybe I'll give that last instruction later. Right now, in the breakout room, everyone shares something, type it in the chat as you're responding and press enter. Type it in the chat, press enter. It will only be for the 5 of you. That message, only the 5 of you will see that message. Yeah, don't worry, Sana, when we come back. Okay, that you take the notes that everyone is saying, press enter, it will follow you in the main room, and then at that point, I'll give you an instruction. But make sure those notes are typed in the chat function, in the Zoom, in your breakout. Okay, you have 15 minutes. I've spoken a minute over. Christoph, we've got the instructions in the chat of what they're going to discuss. Or must I just copy and paste what the question is you're going to be exploring? So The question you'll be exploring here is really around, where am I now? Is really around when discuss how you may gain most, how you may gain the most from participating in the program, right? So it's really around identify 5 rules you would like to suggest as a learning agreement. So putting up an agreement to say, okay, for us to learn well, what are the important things that need to happen? So each person will name one, put it in the chat. Name one, put it in the chat. So each person's voice is heard, and then we can discuss it more. So that's the question. You have, 30 seconds, introduce yourself and what your business is doing. 30 seconds, not long, guys, né? Because you only have, each person has 3 minutes. And then the other minute and a half is when now you discuss how may you gain most from participating in the program. So you reflect for yourself, what is the thing you're going to gain most from it? And then as a group, question 3 is, as a group, identify at least 5 rules you would like to suggest for including a learning agreement with all participants. What are the 5 things that are important for the learning to take place? Okay, does that make sense? So the only things you're going to put in the chat is the what you want to gain most as from participating in the program. You'll put that in the chat, and then the 5 rules of agreements, the agreements on how to make sure this environment becomes successful and it's a learning space. The questions are in the chat. The chat will go with you, because I know you'll go back. Uthini uThobeka? Yazi ukhulume kakhulu ngangezwa ukuthi uthini. Nizofunda lapha kwi-chat, so I know you'll say you didn't hear me. It's in the chat. Answer those questions. Christoph?
And you can raise your hand. It's magic. If you're ready for magic, it's like magic. If you haven't had this magic before, it's like, oh, we're sitting here now, kind of cozy, sort of, we press the button and
okay. And then it will say closing window for the last 30 seconds. Don't worry, you finish your sentence, it will bring you back in the middle of your sentence. So nikhawuleze, be quick, nikhulume, don't take too long. Over to you, Chris.
Right, I'm going to press the button, so be ready for the magic.
Christoph loves the magic.
I'm a closet magician.
I know, but now remove me from spotlight, Bodhi, as a gift.
You don't like the spotlight, do you?
Ja, nee man. Want nou, ek sien nie al die mense lekker nie.
Okay, we can pause the recording as well.
There we go.
Put him in the room too.
Okay, so while you're all coming back, feel free to, what you've put in the chat from your breakout, now can you copy and paste it again in the chat? Yonela, yini? Yini, Yonela? Unmute. What happened?
Wait, what are we supposed to copy and paste?
Yonela, Mara, Yonela. Hello. Unjani, I told you, Aloxi, while you're in your breakout, the comments, the insights, we are entering. We are born. Now that you've entered, yabona murals already done it. Lerato, yabona 1 2 1 2. Bafagile la. Wena wenze Yonela.
Hey, we did something completely different. We were chatting on that on the group.
Okay, so give us feedback. What were some of the important things, the 5 rules of learning engagement that came out of your group? Let us know verbally quickly.
Okay, so it was commitment. So that's the first thing we're supposed to have and do. It's commitment. It's also respect as well, and engaging and actually being there. And another rule, what was it?
Consistency.
Being punctual as well.
Oh, nongululeko uthi consistency.
Yes, yes.
I guess. Okay, so my colleagues heard that. I like how Hlapane, he's like, yo, me, I'm just screen grabbing. I didn't do. No problem. Love the innovation there. Okay, great. You did well, Yonel. Now, next time, all you need to do is just type that in your chat, Yabon, in the breakout. Press enter. And then you come in here, then you just copy and paste. Because we won't see what happened in the breakout.
Oh.
So you are a good example, and we've learned. And now you see all the other people have done it. So it's no problem. See, this is giving us an opportunity to learn quickly today, so that when we have our sessions that are coming up, when you go to the breakout rooms, these are the things you'll be doing. Yabon. So you were a perfect case study for us today. Thank you. And then there's some insight that have come, and I hope you all got to introduce yourselves to let each other know who you are and what your businesses are. And I love the word respectful, but it's such a encompassing word. I always like to ask, what does respect look like? What does that actually mean in action versus just a word? You know, what are the things that make up you showing respect? I don't know if I'm making sense on that question. So, for example, what does respect mean when you have a coaching session with your coach? Is it about arriving on time? Is it about communicating not 5 minutes before, oh, I'm running 20 minutes late. Meanwhile, you knew 30 minutes ago you're running 20 minutes late. Those are like some, if I have to be very directive. No, I don't mean to be directive, but to really just have you think around what that would be respect, is not to tell me 5 minutes before that you're 20 minutes late, as if you're stuck on the road 5 minutes before you get to your venue. But if you're leaving your home late already, you know. Christoph, over to you, Puti.
Yeah, I was wondering what the experience was for people. So great that I see the points being pasted there. That's a quick way, by the way. So we're going to be meeting online for our workshops and our peer forums and so on. And this is wonderful, in fact, because we can be talking here, but we can have the conversation happening simultaneously on the side in a text chat too. And that's 100% what we want, you know, sort of. So to use the text chat ongoing, that we shouldn't feel, okay, but someone is talking, we must now listen to that person all the time. Of course, we must listen to the person too, but we can put something in the text chat while someone is talking to you. That's great. That's participation. That's kind of getting the conversation going and so on too. And then for sharing, so we had what, 13 or so, 14 breakout groups. We can't have everyone speak here to report back, but we can have everyone quickly copy there. So when we do the breakouts, going into the workshops that we're going to use the same method. So it's good that we see that it's actually working. But just on that, or on the any of the other elements of joining and participating, if you have a challenge, if there's anything, you must use the helpline on the WhatsApp group to please let us know. We've got time now, another week until the first actual workshop, so we can sort out those things for you.
Great. So thank you for your insight. We might not have time now to go through them all, but we're looking at them. They'll be consolidated and probably shared at the next session to say, okay, these are the rules of engagement that came out of who? From you. They didn't come out from Christoph's mouth. They didn't come out of Tobega's mouth. They didn't come out of Kuvi or Ivy or Ruth or whoever. It came out of you. You are the creators. We are creating the space together. And I think on that, with all the Q&A, I think this is when we are having some closing remarks, because we literally have 3 minutes. But yeah, so if there's any questions, please ask them now quickly before we conclude.
Yeah, or put them in the WhatsApp helpline. We'll respond there ongoing, you know, sort of, because this meeting is going to end, but it stays in the helpline. And I see Rashida has been pasting the links and so on, and Amanda for you in the WhatsApp group too. So these links that we shared here aren't going to get lost. It's gonna stay with you.
Perfect. And yeah, so we're gonna have some closing remarks from Kuvi, Ivor, and Sis Nomvuyo. And while Ivor or Kuvi is unmuting and we'll see their picture, then I know it's my telling to let them say some closing remarks. Or actually, let me see Sis Nomvuyo, because she's already unmuted. And then Kuvi, if you're ready, and or Ivor, that will be telling for me to hand over to you. So Nomvuyo, over to you.
Yeah, okay.
You have a minute.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you so much for having participated. To be an entrepreneur is to be a leader. So do lead yourself into building a business that's meaningful, that's gonna last. We are here to support you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And over to you, Kuvi.
Hi, I think I said how excited I am at the start of the webinar. And I think my concern is the participants might be like, oh my gosh, they're telling us that we need to do all of these things, you know, but we wanted to get it out of the way so that you could start enjoying the program. And I think this is part of the T's and C's and what we need to do from the foundation as a compliance, because from our side, we work on pooled industry funding. So we get funding from different funders and we have a responsibility to report and align with specific regulations, etc. And this is, and all of these check boxes actually allows us to receive funding and afford you the opportunity of joining our programs. All right. So I know the other platforms are going to be a lot more exciting. I know the other webinars are going to be a lot more exciting. We're going to be sharing so much of knowledge, so much of input. We had an amazing closeout event last week in Rustenburg, which was our L+EARN Biz program, like totally amazing, mind-blowing. And I know Ivor, as soon as the videos are available, he'll share them on the different platforms with Christoph and the team, and you'll be able to see it and experience what the other entrepreneurs have to say about the program as well. All right. So really, really appreciate your time, your effort, and looking forward to positively impacting your businesses and growing with you. All right. So really, really excited to get this kicked off. Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Kuvi. Ivor, over to you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Look, there's a lot to take in, I know, but I tell you, in small bits, it all makes sense. It's a start of a long journey, but it's really a fruitful journey. So I'm excited for you, and I'm really looking forward to meeting some of you in person and also just being part of your story. So thank you so much for attending. Great.
Thank you. Thank you very much to the ASISA Foundation for this opportunity. Thank you for you all being here. And thank you to the EPI for making it happen at the implementation level. And as usual, please take care of yourself and breathe more. I just realized I wasn't breathing. And good luck with your work for today and tomorrow and the week. And we will see you at our next session. When's our next session, Christoph? As we are doing our reaction emojis. And
Wednesday next week at 12.
All right. So we are seeing you on Wednesday. Take care of yourself. And see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Mr. O. Say bye-bye. Say bye in your languages, actually. How do you say bye in Sotho, Tswana, Ivenda? Unmute yourself.
My name is Lusapo Njinge. I'm based in Cape Town. My company does many things. Garden service, pest control, mobile car wash, cleaning service. But the main one is pest control, which I found it as an opportunity in my area. Township like Kokuletu, Kaelicha, pests such as rats, mites, mosquitoes, snakes, bats, they all need treatment. I started my business by selling meat, pork meat, in 2017. I even started to sell food, 2020, I registered my company. In 2021, I also did my structural pest control management course. The program which I was attending last year, it motivated me a lot because I couldn't believe that my business is not making enough profit now like the way I want, but it does make money, like bit by bit, it's still growing. They gave me that power, that I've got a potential to make things happen. Like, I couldn't believe when I was getting the third places, like there was a lot of entrepreneurs with developed businesses that are running like smoothly every day. It's not that they don't have challenges, but their businesses are making profit every day. So I've seen that, okay, if I'm making the third place in a program like that, then what is stopping me? Mentors like Patricia is a person who inspired me, like to get my pest control certificate. Said, you know what, Lusapo, don't just talk, just do it, you know. I always thought the business is always you just do your work and then you go and then you get your money. But the program helps me to understand when you are doing a business for people, you are putting an impact to the lives of these people. So now I know that at least I'm not just selling my service, I'm also making an impact to the lives of these people. Then I was struggling financially, so it helped me a lot. Okay, you have to count every cent you are spending. I was using my profit for personal use. They shifted that focus on business. It's business. It must remain like that. Now, I'm currently working to get the P number. It's a license for pest control. My long-term goal is to see myself, in 5 years, I want to see myself having 3 branches here, Eastern Cape and Gauteng. First, my mind. It's my motivation. My creativity is my motivation. Self-belief is my motivation. Learn to be patient. That's business.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
That was very, very inspiring. Thank you.
That's awesome. We've got a few more that we'll share on your different platforms, etc. We've got, so Lusopo, I think, was one of the top 3. So we've got 2 other videos from last year and we've got 3 more from the previous year. And we'll have more from Rustenburg. So as we have them, we'll actually share on the platforms. Just so you can relate and understand what the previous participants have gone through. I think that's important as well. Hey?
Thank you so much for the moments and for the opportunity. Till next time. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks to you.
So the roadmap will be available to us today.
Is that Bonginkosi?
That we was asking about the workbook, yes.
Oh, you are inquiring about the workbook? It's gonna
Yes,
be, yeah, it will be sent to you. I love that. I love that. You know, you are listening. Well done. Well done. What's your business?
I run a multidiscipline business. I do t-shirt printing, graphic design. I help youth with skills development and company registration and compliances as well.
Okay, and where are you?
I'm based in the Free State in Grubble. Energy compliances. In the Free State.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Spesihle.